What's up guys, Bob here, welcome back to another Dragon Ball FighterZ guide. This time going over another individual move again because you guys seem to like my Spirit Bomb guide, so I figured, yeah, let's just go ahead and cover Omega Blaster. Why the hell not? Or I guess not Omega Blaster, that depends on the game. Gigantic Meteor, I'm pretty sure that's the name of the move, right? Just make absolutely sure. Okay, I was right, I just want to make sure about that. The move changes names depending on the game sometimes. So, you might be looking at this confused. Bob, don't you usually run a team of Cell, Ultra Instinct Goku, and Vegeta? Well, yeah, but I've been messing around with this Gogeta team because Gogeta looks really fun and seems to enable a lot of fun close-in mix-up games, as well as having a very unorthodox playstyle. So I figured, yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about him. Why the hell not? So, why exactly is this guide being made covering Broly specifically with this one move? First of all, let's go ahead and get him out here. Well, it's because Broly, well, he used to be the most popular anchor-rated game. I think that's now teetering between him and 21. I think 21 might be a little more popular because of her level 3 mix. But Broly definitely has his really strong share of mixed game, for sure. Mostly coming off of his deadly strike and mix, strike versus grab mix-up. For example, obviously, if I were to illustrate this, you know, rip the level 3, any opponents put a hard knockdown state. Just time the light command grab, which is 17 frames. You have to be really on the ball, or you have to be on some major caffeine and or drugs in order to react to I-17, because there's no real way you're gonna react to it otherwise. It's goddamn insane if you try to react to that. So that between that and a regular strike, which, you know, coming off of him in what's it called, a limit break, that is really devastating. And the reason why he's one of the best assists in the game right now is just that he has such a strong assortment of assists in general. I actually wrote the script a little while ago, I just never got around to recording it, but legitimately Broly has some of the best assists in the entire game. Like, I'm kind of thinking about just running him. I've been trying to dodge picking up the Broly because I'm not interested in his character, but like this assist, his other assists as well, like even no one uses it whatsoever because it's essentially just Vegeta's assist, but this is also really good because of the huge amount of advantage it gives you. Like, it covers actually, I think, more ground than Super Saiyan Vegeta's assist, now I think about it. Yeah, it's pretty solid actually. And then the C assist, which is one of the absolute best assists in the game. C assist anyway. Fully armored activation, goes full screen pretty fast. I think it's frame 1 armored. I'm not too sure about that, but yeah, it's pretty fucking nuts. Okay, and another reason why he's so goddamn insane is because with just limit break on, and without sparking, legitimately he does some of the most damage off of raw mix in the game. Like, for example, just this alone, light command grab into level 3, 5300, that's over 5k, that's over half the opponent's health bar gone right there off of one mix. And then you know you can obviously actually combo that for more damage, but this by itself, yeah, it's pretty solid. And if you even just do this into his level 1, almost 4k. So yeah, it's pretty sizable. And then, you know, we actually incorporate sparking. 1950, 5800, nearly 6k with one simple mix. That is stupid. It's actually really nuts. And don't forget, Broly still has one of the best neutrals in the game as well. Between this, arguably to a certain capacity, this as well, but that's kind of like more intermediate levels. And of course, part of what enables all of this shit is his level 3, the Gigantic Meteor. I think this was actually the very first level 3 in the game you could actually act out of, because I don't remember any others beyond like GT Spirit Bomb that you can actually act out of. This is actually like the first of its kind, so as a result it's got some really funky stuff. So before we get too far, it's got two variants obviously. It's got the Core Circle Back R1 variant, which goes normal speed, goes off immediately, good damage, gives really good OK corner, and you can actually steal corner depending on the timing you do this with. Let me see if I can get this my first try. Oh, that's it. There, yeah, you can steal corner with that. That took a few attempts, but I just had to remember the timing. Now, the flip side of this coin from the regular Gigantic Meteor, I help myself back from saying Omega Blaster, not the same move, is the Course Go Back R2 variant. You can see my command history if you're confused about my referral. Default PS4 controllers if you're confused about this. Now, of course, this move is a bit insane because it allows you to essentially combo off of it solo. Yeah, like that. Obviously, you can combo off of it. Depending on what you're doing, you can also do multiple. So, obviously, from here, I'm going to keep myself at 7 bars because this is going to get very expensive very fast. Now, this is an extreme rarity by itself. So, way back at the end of Season 1, going into Season 2, I think this was the timing. Back then, multiple level 1s were actually nerfed into the ground such that they could no longer do an incredible amount of damage by themselves. See how to do this. Manual timing. And yeah, you see that second Kamehameha did 300 damage, which is piddly chump change for a level 1 full bar meter. So yeah. Level 3s, however, do not have this problem. They always have a certain amount of minimum damage dealing you can do. As a result, Broly was saved by the great multiple supers massacre of 2018, I suppose you can call it. So, how can we apply this to our game plan? Well, first of all, I'm going to keep Broly in limit break just so you can get a sample as to the sheer damage he can fucking do. Essentially, originally, actually, I think this was a recent buff where apparently the light lariat press actually pops the opponent up now. Apparently, this allows him to just combo Blaster Shell by itself, which is nuts. So, I'm going to show you literally dumping all 7 bars in one combo. It's going to be kind of nuts. And just like that, I'm pretty sure it's over 8,000 right there. Probably higher. 8,500. Without sparking. Want to see what this does with sparking? And this is on optimal. I didn't do a jump canceling with the air shots. Oops. But yeah, 7,000 for just the one loop. Not bad. So the way this is kind of enabled, it's actually really simple. So Season 3 launched, and a buff was made to Vanish where that you can do essentially special cancels off of Vanish. Let me go ahead and show this. So like you do this. Let's do it mid-screen. That'll be much easier to show. Like, that wasn't a Course Go Back medium grab I did in the air manually. That was actually automatic off of Vanish. You can literally special cancel off of Vanish now, and that enables some really wacky combos, not gonna lie, but you also get some really good flexibility out of it. So what you're seeing with the engagement of the delayed Blaster Shell in the air, not Blaster Shell, Meteor in the air, is that Vanish is literally being canceled into it. So for example, this into Vanish, immediately going right into the delayed version. Now the opponent's in such a position because of the delayed version that they're going to immediately fall right into this. Now, we have a lot of options we can work with. So what a typical way to continue this is just to do DR. That actually does sound like an easy option here. Do the light lariat press. Go into this. That should have worked. God damn it. Okay, there we go. That wasn't quite what I was going for, but that's definitely a good start. It was probably the hits indicate that was screwing me up, but you can now also add another level 1 on top of this. I'd love to do this on the Sparky now, screw it. Oh, look at that, 8900 right there. Yeah, so that's one way you can double volume meter. It looks like you have to actually optimize your combo a little bit to get rid of the hit stun, or hits on decay, in order to let the multiple level 3s rip, so that's not too bad. Now, a note about this is that you can only do these lariat extensions in the corner, or rather is by in a way a lot easier to do in the corner, because out in open field, light lariat express is not going to work very well. Now, all that being said, you can do these combos mid-screen. It's a little bit tricky, but it's not impossible. You can still do that by itself in the open field. Still good damage. It's fairly optimal. You can heavily extend that though. Mid-screen, I'd probably go for like this if you're kind of new to the character, which I obviously am. That's probably why I'm making this. Okay, it's not too bad. You can run up easily, and then you're within strike grab range. So that's pretty good. So if you want to get these delay combos mid-screen, it's not recommended you do this, but it is fairly doable. What you need certain assists. You need some like DPs, pop-up assists. Ones with larger hit stun are recommended. For example, right now I have Cooler A and Vegeta A behind me. Cooler A it's a DP assist, and Vegeta A is obviously the hit stun assist. This isn't so terrible, but it's going to require a little bit of practice, and this might take me minutes to actually do. For example, that's one way you can do it. I had to mess around with that a little bit, but yeah, you can use a DP assist to pop your opponent up into it. Obviously, Vegeta is going to work just as well. Yeah, that worked. It was a little bit rough to do, but yeah. So, obviously, I should probably just show us off by itself. The mechanism for this is that the delay Omega Gigantic Meteor is a very slow homing ball attack that just comes in the opponent, so no big deal. What makes this tricky is that it's a very slow moving ball attack. You can't normally combo this by Broly itself. It takes too long to activate by itself, it's too tiny. Like that, obviously. Usually you're gonna, if you're by yourself in open field, you're generally just gonna go with this. And then not like this, you're gonna extend this a lot further first. But this comes out immediately, it's a much easier version. Yeah. Now, this being said, C assists do make this incredibly easy, because C assists can sometimes give you like 2 whole seconds to do what you will. So, I mean, that's really good. But of course, this is all assuming you're running Broly sparking, which you probably should be running him anchor, because that's where a lot of the beef comes from. But this is just to illustrate that, yeah, you can do this all by himself. But yeah, I think under most circumstances, you're just going to be doing this combo, because all 7 bars, it allows you to do advantage as well. Why did that drop? That was weird. Allows you to get, basically allows you to dump the 2 level 3s, and then you're put into, obviously, a really good OK state because of the final hit. So the trick to running Broly in this instance is that you want him to come in with the most amount of meter you can possibly get him with, because again, he burns a lot of fucking bar. So yeah, as a result, here's what I'm personally aiming for with this Gogeta team. Now, running Broly mid is a little bit more dubious. I'm debating on either this team or Gogeta point, Bardock B mid, Broly anchor. That's why I'm debating between this team and that, but I do like this team a little bit more because Broly synergizes with Goku really well, ironically. So, my game plan with this team is that, well, you can also customize this as you will. So, for example, let's say, like, I have no bar. So, you generally want Broly to come in on sparking with, like, remember, he's always going to get 1 bar when he comes in with Limit Break activated when he's the last character, right? So, what you can do is, like, you can just continue stockpiling Ki, since since Goku is a designated anchor of this setup, idea would be you just keep building bar with Gogeta. Since people will be more fearful of the finish sign going into the one-hit kill, you can use that to your advantage, and you can just continue stockpiling with just doing this over and over again. Because remember, once you're level 7, every time you do this, you build like a full bar or a full segment of bar. Honestly, I almost find this to be more valuable than the one-shot level 3, honestly, because people are going to be more wary of level 3 than try to keep an eye out for this. So then, you know, you tag Brilliant, and oh, hey, would you look at that? I can pretty much do a one-shot by myself. As you already see me do a few times already. And look at that, I'm about to do like 7,500 at least. 77. That's pretty much a one-shot by itself. So rather than the hoop jumping that Gogeta would normally give you, I think this works a little bit more as a battery. But this is just theory crafting. If you want to mix and match, as you will, by all means. The idea is just that you get Broly in on back when he has the most amount of meteor possible, because Z Broly without meteor is a little difficult to use, because can't vanish things easily. Has to really commit to meteor dumping in order to make shit good. But with that limit break damage, it's pretty worth it. But alright, hope you guys learned a thing or two. Z Broly is really good. Gigantic Meteor combos are really fucking fun. Yeah.